Hi Leo, welcome to mid-month reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of May, as usual, I have a special sales offer available, and for this month, it's inspired in Taurus season, and it's called Building Blocks. So it's a reading that looks upon the type of building process that is occurring in your life in general, or in regards to an area of interest where that building initiation process had already started, such as a relationship, an investment, a project, or a job. So if you'd like to know more details about that special offer or any other of my services, just email me. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do that by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So, Leos, it feels like during mid-May, it's very important for you to be listened to. And when your ideas are not being taken in consideration, when you're feeling like you're not being, again, validated, when you're feeling like you're not having participation, space, voice, importance, this is going to be very challenging for some of you Leos, because it's like feeling ignored will put in question the worth you see in yourself. So you want to be mindful of where and with whom you choose to put in this internal investment, because not everybody and not all places will understand your approach and your expression, your style of expression, but also they will not really understand how deeply important something is to you, and so they will not understand how hurtful the reaction when they're not taking you seriously will be. So you might be tested during mid-May with the choices of audience, basically the choices of audience you have. There are places and there are people that will listen to you. You know who those are. You will instinctually know who those are. And then there are those that you wish they would be receptive to your offers, but that you instinctively know that they won't be because of many reasons, but one being that you're wanting to go to those that you know are not receptive to prove something to yourself. So when you're pushing something just to prove something to yourself, this is extremely dangerous, because it means that if you're not successful in your mission and in your task, you will see that as a personal failure. You will see the fact that you can't convince someone to pay attention. You will convince yourself that that means that you're not important, that you are not as bright, that you're not as something that your value, your self-esteem needs you to be. And just because someone or something is not responding to you how you wish they would, that doesn't mean that you are to be put in question. So be very mindful of what makes you throughout mid-May put yourself in question. Your ideas, your projects, your vision of things, your basic, there's a lot of here that it's about the ideas you have to progress in a successful form with your life. So you might be having ideas to travel, to start a business, to explore an investment here, to explore anything. You're very much in a creative mindset. So, and you want this creative mindset is associated with values. So you want to, through your creative genius, profit from. So you could be having amazing money-making ideas. You could be spotting an opportunity in a place or market that maybe no one else is. So what? This is one of those times where Leos should be appealing to the strength that is present in your polar opposite energy, that is Aquarius. Don't be afraid to stand alone, to do things differently, to do things that others don't comprehend yet. You know that feeling, that saying of first they judge you or they laugh at you and then they follow you, like a trendsetter kind of energy. Obviously, before something becomes a thing, a trend, understood, famous, celebrated, before it becomes that to the main audience, the main public, it has to go through challenging phases, trials, scrutiny, where a world that it's not yet prepared for those same different ideas will react with resistance. But you can make, regardless of that, you can make and create here a world that it's prepared for it by building yourself this thing and joining forces with those that understand your vision. But by building this thing yourself instead of waiting for someone to invest in it for you. So there's something here about if you're looking for someone to fund your dreams, to fund your vision, especially in mid-May, it might be tricky. It might be that you're not able to succeed with funding. But if you are willing to take a risk and explore territory to create this thing where you see a lot of value and future profit from, then you will find a lot of open ground, a vast, vast open ground here to mark your territory, business-wise, or in any other thing where you want to mark your territory. Some of you, this is about moving somewhere else, maybe. Some of you, this might be about traveling, the desire to travel, the desire to do something that requires movement, the desire to go somewhere you have never been before, business-wise or literally speaking in terms of the place. This could also be that you're just itchy. You can't be in the same place too long in mid-May. You might be really craving movement. You might be making plans to travel. You might be making plans to the next destination where you will be going. You might be able to work on something right now in mid-May that will find its point of fruition in July, that will lead you to victory. So if you want to be victorious in something in mid-May, make sure that the primary motivation for you to do whatever you're setting yourself to do is your own. It's not to prove yourself to the eyes of anyone that you can do something, that you're better than them, that you're this, that you're that. Don't move through that path. It's dangerous. And it's more likely to cause you self-doubt in something where actually doubt has no space, no room. You can't be a good driver if you are a hesitant driver. If you constantly, unsure if you should, brake, put the brakes, if you should accelerate, if you should turn left, if you should turn right, if you should, stop, if you should move. It's impossible to be a good driver if we are hesitant. And this driving energy is a metaphor to where you want to go, your path ahead. So where you want to go is somewhere very, very promising. But to get you there, you can't have hesitation. You can't have many of the questions of your own abilities that you keep putting into the picture. So I hope you have a great mid-month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hopefully, we'll see each other soon.